Good afternoon, guys and gals. Welcome back to another video with Bama Guns and Outdoors. Today, I got y'all out here in the shop with me, and figured I'd do another video, try to catch up and do some more. So, um, this is the shop that came with the house that me and the wife are buying. Um, this is like a 10 by 20, 10 by 25 metal shop building. And look, I'm sorry it's a mess, but I'll get it cleaned up sooner or later. And y'all probably know how it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna try to take too long, but I was going through my videos earlier, and I thought that I shared some videos on my channel here. As I was tearing down the LS53 that I plan on putting in my S10, and I guess I didn't. So I'm going to walk y'all through the parts that I have, the stock ones that I'm using and the ones that I ain't using, and just to give you an idea, general idea of the progress that I am at. So let's just go ahead and get started, okay? The first part is right here. Intake. This is the TBSS intake that a friend of mine threw in with the motor that I bought from him. And a TBSS intake is one of the best. They say it's the best one to use. Fuel injected. If you're going fuel injected on LS, and I believe that's a 92 millimeter throttle body. I cleaned it up best I could, and still needs a little bit more cleaning, but hey, you know, I'm gonna do the best I can, and that's the way it's gonna be. So you got your fuel rails on each side, and what I've got to buy is the injectors to go on each side, and those ain't cheap. However, you can get one of these TBSS intakes used for about $250, but a brand new one will probably cost you between $400 and $800. So that's that. The next part is he also threw in a harmonic balancer, and this one looked way rough, I promise you, before I painted it. So I cleaned it up, primered it, and put 3 or 4 coats of base on it and about 3 or 4 coats of clear on it, so you can see it shines. It's always good to get free parts. I'll be honest with you. Alright, next we got in the box right here. I think I mentioned this in the last video, and I don't know if spiders are built or anything in here. Looks pretty clean in here, but this is the stock crank out of the LS53 I tore down, and it's already been to the machine shop, and it's ready to drop in. And I believe that is a 24 Lupter wheel. Alright, so it is cleaned up and shined up, ready to go. He polished it, cleaned up, all that good stuff. So that will stay there. The next is, here are the stock pistons and crank rods. Before I really got into the tearing down of the LS53, I thought that I was going to get the LQ9. I was hoping the LQ9 flat top pistons was in it, but no, these are the LQ4 dome pistons, and that's fine. I'm on a very, very thin budget build, so I numbered them, cleaned them up, numbered them. The tops, I done the best I could. Tops look pretty good. Now the sides, I still got a few rings to get out of them, like this one's pretty much done. I think this one's done. I still got one right here to get out. I thought I got it out, but you see I'm gonna have to go back with a toothbrush and clean all in through here, get all that cleaned up. But that cleaned up fairly well. And I got another one right here. Piston ring they are not cheap, and I think there's ain't they 4 to each piston ring, 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, so money spending time. There's the crank rods. These are the forged crank rods, and they can withstand a lot of power and torque, horsepower and torque. So I got some more cleaning to do. There's another ring, and only 2 or 3 of them still got some piston rings in there, but these are 2-piece crank rods, and a buddy of mine that is helping me with this, he said, you know anything about them crank rods? I was like, nope. He said that's 2-piece forged crank rods, and they can withstand a lot of power and torque. And I was like, well, that's good to know. That's awesome. So I was very glad to get these crank rods, and they look in really good shape. Next, we have rocker arms and push rods. All right, I will reuse these rocker arms, and clean them up best I could. I'll probably go back over them one more time when I get closer to the dropping them in. Push rods, I will not use these push rods. I've got some hardened, better performance push rods to go in. So I cleaned these up best I could, blew them out, and they had some oil in them, so I blew them out, washed them out, cleaned them out. So there's my rocker arms. All right. Here's the windage tray out of the LS53. I don't know if they may. I've got to order another oil pan. I told y'all I got to order a low profile GM Muscle oil pan, or a 302-1 low profile oil pan. Windage tray. Well, oil pan, and it probably comes with a windage tray. But I'm going to keep this one and clean it up a little more. As you can see, there's a little bit of rust here and there. So I'm going to clean it up and repaint it silver metallic. There's my drive shaft out of the S10. And it's dirty. Look, I'm sorry we don't come out here a whole lot. So things tend to get dusty. So I painted it. I sanded it down and painted it, trying to make it a little better. Here's all the bearings and the piston rings. That's junk. That's trash. New bearings, main bearings. I'm getting new main bearings. Already got new cam bearings. King. I'm going with King bearings. Everything, all of them. They say that that's the best you can get. So, all right. So the next thing is these brackets that go inside the heads for your. This is where your rock arm set on top of these brackets, bolted down. So these look rough. So I cleaned them up, primed them, and painted them silver metallic. And man, you can tell they look a whole lot better. Look brand new. Alright, here's your intake valley plate. Cleaned it up, painted it flat. It's matte black. Best I could. Looks a whole lot better. It's on cardboard's where this stuff's been setting, so it's got oil on it from where the heads were setting. The heads are at the machine shop, ready to be picked up, so hopefully I get them back this month. Alright, y'all, here's a map out of the bottom of the LS motor when I was tearing it down. And I made a map of where, these are the main caps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I took them out, cleaned them up, boxed them. They're in the S10 sitting there. And these bolts go exactly where they're supposed to go. And it's always a good idea to map it out. Draw your map. 5.3 motor upside down, front of motor, arrow pointing, crankshaft is right through here, and back of motor. Alright. Next is the valve covers. I took and I cleaned them up. Look, they're dusty, and told y'all we ain't been out here in a while, so that's what they look like. I got a lot of dust on them. So they're ultra matte black Rust-Oleum. I may have to get something heavier duty because I do not want the paint to start wrinkling up on these valve covers. There is the camshaft back plate. I'll probably have to buy new seals. I've already got a brand new box of head gasket kit, so that's good to go. So there's the other one. Dirty, but it's painted. What was I gonna say? Alright, I forgot. All these bolts, that's the head bolts, and the other bolts that go to the motor. I will not be using those head bolts. I'm gonna order brand new head bolts and from ARP or ARP or eBay. So these bolts right here go to these plates, these camshaft timing cover plates. Here is this one was black just like this one, but I changed my mind, so I painted it to go more with the theme color of the S10. So this one is blue. Let me see. I don't want to get it dirty because my hands already touched stuff dirty. I wished I had a cameraman. That's what I wished, but I don't. So I'm having to be careful. So there is the timing chain cover. Beautiful blue. Probably have to get a new seal for the timing chain cover. Alright, so I try to keep it covered up. Alright. And so that's the parts that I've got that I'm going to reuse. And let me show y'all. There's my S10 grill. Got some F-150 tires I bought just in case I need a spare or something, or extra tires. But look at that grill. Yes, sir. Painted it same color as my truck, ultra matte, flat black. And I took that Chevrolet bow tie out and painted it, primered it, and painted it. Man, ain't it pretty. Alright, here are here's the headlights that came out of my S10. There ain't nothing wrong with them, but as you can see, I mean, I cleaned them up. They're still good. I'm gonna keep them just in case. Alright, here's the turn signals. I'm gonna drop it and break it. That's what I'm gonna do. I can't reach it, but there's the turn signals factory. I'm gonna replace these, and I'm going to buy smoke tinted headlights and turn signals, and I'm gonna take and buy amber bulbs like I did before and put in the turn signals, and it's gonna look sick. Alright, so that's pretty much it, y'all. That's all I've got. So I try not to be too long, but that's a walkthrough of what I'm going to reuse and what I'm not. And hope y'all enjoyed it. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all on the next video. Later, and roll tide.